Welcome, namaste. My name is Chrissy and I'm a psychic life coach, and I'm here to help anyone today who is feeling lost. Now, when you're finding that you're feeling lost in life, it can be such a horrible and isolating place to be and to feel, because you kind of want to just shut yourself away from the world. And things like grief, depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts, anything like this can cause these terrible feelings that happen to us, and it causes us to sort of lock our bodies down and shut ourselves away. Now, so what you're wanting to do when you're feeling lost is to start to sort of find direction in your life and meaning to go forward. Like, what's going to make you get out of bed in the morning? You know, what's going to make you go and do something? Now, this is about you being proactive with your own life, because no one else can kind of do this for you. It's something that you have to do. You have to make changes. Nothing's going to change if you stay in the status quo. So you're going to have to be the one that either reaches out to people, meet somebody for a coffee, go to a movie, go and get the bread and milk down at the supermarket. Do anything that's going to get you out of the house. So for starters, you actually have to start to interact with people and start to get your life sort of back on track. Now, you might do that in a very small way, but sometimes it's doing it in that small way that you'll start to sort of distract yourself from what's going on in your mind and what's kind of going on in your body as well. Because sometimes we can get consumed, and when you're sort of shut down and locked down, it can be just so consuming and very uncomfortable place to be, and you just can't sometimes see a way out. But you've really got to try to find your way out, and sometimes it's by actually moving the body as well. And I talk a lot about exercise. That moving will also get your body and your mind as well kick-started and sort of get that into gear as well. So you're thinking about other things. You're not just thinking about the grief or the sadness or the heartache or whatever has happened to you. It's important that you do distraction. And I learned that actually off my sister a long time ago. When I went through a really difficult time, she said you have to do whatever you can to distract yourself from the thoughts that are going on. And I've always taken that advice. I actually still do it to this day. If I'm starting to get anxious or worried about things and I'm feeling a bit lost, I just get myself distracted and I just get back on track, and I try to really move myself forward. Like, you know, at times when I went through things, I took up gardening, for example, and I buy beautiful plants even to this day. I love buying succulents and this kind of thing. And, you know, I took up karate, so I'm doing lots of movement and I'm progressing with my belt. So it's also about trying to do things so you're actually achieving things. And I know I talk a lot about just achieving a few goals, simple goals in a day. It might be that you mow your lawn. It might be you meet your mum for a coffee. It could be that you go and post a beautiful card to a friend. You know, it could be anything. It doesn't matter what it is. But you've got to start to look at ways of not feeling stuck in feeling lost and that loneliness. You've got to actually start to get really proactive with your life, and you've got to start moving yourself forward. There's some amazing people on YouTube. You know, I love Eckhart Tolle. I talk a lot about him because he teaches you about living in the now. And living in the now is such a healthy place to be. Yes, we have to think about things. I'm not saying that we don't. But if you can manage to bring your mind back to the present and not sort of live in the past, and not go too far forward, because these are the things that can create a lot of angst and pain. And then if we're worrying about things that are coming, you know, that can make us so anxious and uptight as well. So it's really important that you really start to practice living in the now. That's why they talk a lot about going out in nature and really walking around on the grass and looking at the trees and enjoying what's around you. You know, it doesn't matter what that is, but as long as you're finding something that can help you to focus in that here and now. Pets are an amazing way of doing that too, you know, just patting your pet, you know, that beautiful exchange of energy that you have with them really brings you into the now. You know, you might be really into craft, like needlework, painting. Gosh, it doesn't matter what you're into. You know, guys are into all different things as well. They like to kind of meet with their mates at the pub sometimes and have a beer and things like that. You know, that's a way of distracting yourself from just sitting there and wallowing in loneliness, fear. It's just a horrible, horrible place to be. So please start to be proactive with your life, and you reach out to people as well, because people can't see how you're feeling, and that's what people don't often notice. And that's why things like depression, suicide, grief can be so all-consuming, because you feel like you can't distract yourself, and it's really not easy to do. I have been there, I've experienced these things, and I have read a lot of people who have suffered a lot of these things as well, and I know how hard it is. But you've got to be the proactive one, and if you do this in baby steps, you can really make a change and make a difference to your life, and you will not feel stuck, and you will not feel lost anymore. It might take, it's not going to happen overnight, you know, it might take 6 months to you really start to get really good relief, but please try some of these things, because I'm sure that they will work for you and make a really big difference. So look, thanks for watching today. I really appreciate all your comments below. If you'd like me to do any videos specifically, that would be great. Hit the like button, and I will see you very soon. Bye.